Hello, welcome to Faces of VJ, a podcast proudly brought to you by Victorians, as we share with you our personal journey via Victoria. I am Joshua and I'll be your host for today's segment. Today, we are joined by Barbara, Yusuf, Dora, and Rayner. Hi guys.
Hi.
So would you guys like to start by introducing yourselves?
Okay, hi, I'm Rayner and I'm from the Football CCA.
Hi everyone, my name is Dora and I'm from hockey.
Hi, I'm Yusuf and I'm from Floorball.
Hi everyone, I'm Barbara and I'm from track and field.
Nice. So how do you all end up in your CCAs?
Well, personally, I've been playing hockey for the past 8 years and I was from Sandys before I joined VJ. I first heard about VJ through word of mouth, as field hockey is one of VJC's niche sports.
I was in track and field for the past 8 years and it has always been my passion since young.
I actually DSA'd through football to the 6-year IP program. It then brought me to VJ after 4 years in secondary school, which is VS.
I've been playing floorball since I was Sec 1. I actually decided to DSA to VJ after having heard so much about his floorball, being one of the top performing sports CCAs in VJ.
Wow. It really sounds like all of you have had a great past experience in the field.
Yeah. Actually, our CCA also got quite a good mix of not say beginners, but people who haven't had been in sports CCA before.
Okay. So moving on, with all this passion I'm hearing about, right? I'm sure you guys go the extra mile in your training to achieve those results. So for a prospective member, how intense are your CCA schedules like?
Football actually has training about 4 times a week, and then we really up the intensity when it comes closer to competition period, like pre-season and even holidays also. But we do have our breaks occasionally. For example, to prepare for exams, especially after National Day or during June, which we actually don't train. And then we have about a week off in December for Christmas break and New Year.
Yeah, actually, we also put our training to a halt after National Day, especially near our J1 promo exams.
So for football, our training schedule during the school week will be on Monday, Tuesdays and Thursdays, all in the afternoon, about 4:30 to 6:30 usually. And then also Saturday morning from about 7:45 to 9:45 a.m.
Wait, Rayner. Did you just say 6 times a week?
4 lah, hear properly.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, yeah, if this seems very demanding for you, right, you are not wrong, but this is why football CCA in VJ actually demands immense commitment, time management and dedication to the team.
Hockey trains 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. in school. And also, sometimes, the school will book external pitch training at Temasek Poly, TP, Sengkang Hockey Stadium, as well as CCAB.
Wait, Dora. What is CCAB?
Actually, I don't even know what does it stands for.
Huh?
But it's a place located at Evans Road. However, due to COVID, we will no longer train at TP as of now. When training is located outside VJ, the school is kind enough to arrange transportation for us to transport us to the venue, making it super convenient. My hockey team has always been a formidable opponent to many. And yes, all of this definitely comes with hard work. Every single training session and friendly match played is used to build our team chemistry, which is very crucial during games.
Oh, actually for floorball, we also require great commitment as we train 4 times per week. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays are court sessions, while Thursdays are physical training sessions. For now, tentatively, our training sessions are from 6 to 8:30 p.m. with PT at the end of every session. Well, I'm not going to deny that our training schedule is demanding, but with proper time management, balancing training and studying is definitely possible.
For track and field, our training sessions are usually around 3 times a week, tentatively on Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, but sometimes we have trainings on Saturdays as well. We also have different event groups such as sprints, jumps, throws and walks, and most of our training times would differ. Most of our trainings would be in the afternoon around 4 to 6 p.m, depending on our event groups.
Well, I must say that's really admirable. You guys are able to cope despite having such intense training every single week. So how are you guys actually doing this? Surely there's some secret behind this.
While we do train hard thrice a week, we also understand that being able to keep up with our schoolwork is of importance. Our teachers have always been there to encourage us and ensure that we're all doing well. And so even though training sessions are tough, the support I've received from both the teachers and my teammates have helped me to push through and grow.
Yeah, so just as Dora said, our teachers and coaches are there to point us in the right direction. And they obviously help us in the improvement of our skills and fitness on the field, but they also care very much about your holistic development. They are definitely aware that since we are still students, our studies are obviously our priority, and they will show no hesitation in helping us catch up on our work whenever we require more help. So
I mean, that's really nice, Rayner. But have you personally experienced this here in VJ?
I mean, I know what my CCA teacher would do. He would, whenever a student requires help, he would actually get the teachers that he finds most suited to the student and to actually have consultation with them. And sometimes he may even reduce the number of training sessions so that we would have sufficient time and to catch up on our work. And so for my CCA, although it's true that will be quite demanding, but it will definitely not stand in the way of your studies, provided that you have good time management and you seek help when it's needed. So I know it's not an easy job, but I can personally assure you that it will definitely all be worth it in the end.
Thanks, Rayner, for sharing. Yusuf, what about you?
Oh, we actually have some free time before the start of training, so we use this time to revise our work. I'm sure all of us have heard about the work hard, play hard culture in VJ, right? And I find that to be true as well. Our teacher in charge always looks out for us, and if we're struggling with our studies, our teachers will then cut down on the number of training sessions, like what Rayner said earlier, so that we can focus more on our studies. It's definitely important to have a good balance between work and play to perform in both aspects.
Like what Yusuf said, all of our track teachers are very friendly and approachable, and they don't hesitate to reach out to us when they see us needing help. They will always come to talk to us after trainings to ask us questions like, oh, how are you doing? And whether we are coping well with our studies. Besides giving us advice on training and fitness, they also care about our mental well-being. If they see us struggling to cope with our studies, they will understand and reduce our training sessions to have sufficient time to catch up with our work. So, for track and field, although it can be quite demanding at times, especially during our competition seasons, all of you will be able to handle it as we have a strong support system.
Well, thanks guys for sharing. You know, a lot of things that I've heard from you guys were about the work hard and play hard balance in VJ. And it's really nice to know that we have such a good support system here in VJ, be it from our friends or our teachers. So I'm sure that even though your schedules are packed with training sessions, I'm sure you all have had a rewarding time in your CCAs. So I think that some of our listeners may need a little more assurance regarding joining a sport in VJ. So let me ask, Rayner, just now you mentioned that for football CCA, right? As long as you work hard, you should be golden in your sport and your studies.
Yep.
So may I ask, how you accomplish this? Is it just by working hard, and how did you actually manage to juggle both CCAs and studies?
Well, I mean, like just now I mentioned, it's really all about time management. But with that being said, right, I personally really do not have that much good time management. I actually procrastinate a lot of my schoolwork, and I sit back and relax, thinking everything will be fine.
Same.
Yeah, this was until I started seeing everyone around me in school working really hard right from the start. And then from this peer pressure, I began to work hard also. But it was very difficult, especially at the start, considering that the demanding training times. Yeah, whenever I have free time, I would try to start maybe lectures early or finish up a little bit of the homework that I didn't manage to do the previous day. Yeah, so I also managed to try and come up with a study plan, but including what I would do before school, after school, before training, after training. This may sound difficult, but trust me, if you stay resilient and you don't give up, everything will go your way. So don't be afraid. CCA should not cause any academic trouble if you don't let it.
Now that's really cool. Thanks for sharing, Rayner. Okay, Barbara, you have 2 CCAs, right? Track and Interact Club. So how do you handle your time?
Oh, for me, I'm a huge procrastinator and I like to do things until the last minute. So I'll rush my homework and lectures until very late at night. Of course, I realize that this is very unhealthy because it will leave me little time to sleep and will also affect me listening in class the next day. So I learned to manage my time better by really creating a study plan and sticking by it. So even though sometimes I'll feel FOMO, like a fear of missing out, because all my classmates are playing games together, and I'll be...
that feeling.
Yeah, so once you start lagging behind on your lectures, it's very hard to catch up again, especially during the competition seasons, where everything can get so hectic. But I always try to be on time for all my lectures and my assignments.
So thanks for sharing, Barbara. Well, it seems that all of you have quite a bit of experience playing your respective sports. Now, to some of our less experienced listeners, what are their chances of joining a sports CCA without prior experience? Yusuf, maybe you could answer this question?
Good question. Actually, I can relate to this because I was just like that in Sec 1. I'm sorry to say that your chances of getting into the CCA may be slightly lower than an experienced player, but your chances are definitely not zero. There are actually some inexperienced players in floorball in my batch, so you don't have to worry or feel intimidated if you are really interested in joining the sport. So if you're accepted into the CCA, what happens then? It definitely will not be easy at the start. You'll be struggling trying to keep up with seniors and DSA in floorball, but everyone is here to make mistakes, learn and improve. We promote a safe environment with no judgment, where everyone can perform at their natural best. But you still have to work harder than everyone else, as there's still a team selection process for the national school games.
Wait, Yusuf. What happens if I'm not selected in J1? Is there still chance?
Don't worry. The teachers in charge and the coach will prioritize the J2s the following year to be in the team. So in the end, there really isn't anything to worry about, even if you do not have experience playing the sport, as long as you have the drive and willingness to improve in VJ floorball.
I see. Thanks, Yusuf. Well, since there are so many CCAs that VJ offers for students to choose from, what are some other factors besides experience that our listeners should take into consideration before joining a CCA? Dora and Barbara, maybe you guys could answer this question for us.
Well, first off, everyone has to start somewhere before being good at it. Everyone in their current CCA starts off with no prior experience, and to be frank, having the courage to even pick it up in the first place is respectable on its own. Having the interest or passion for the sport is definitely the first step, and we can always work from there. So, before you join the CCA, you have to first ask yourself whether or not you are interested, and if you are ready to commit to the requirements of the CCA.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Same for football also. Commitment is actually the most important thing that we require in the CCA.
Well, for all the J1 listeners tuning in now, if you are deciding to join a hockey or any other sports CCA, I would like to share my personal experience. So, before I decided to join VJ Hockey, I took into account other intangible factors, such as how welcoming the seniors were, how supportive and encouraging the teachers are, and how close the VJ Hockey family is. Looking back, joining VJ Hockey is definitely the best decision I've made in VJ so far, as the hockey family is indeed a tight-knitted family across both seniors and juniors, as well as amongst batchmates. For me, it was a factor that I took into consideration, as the CCA environment is important for us to be able to improve and enjoy the journey as well. I can assure you that here in VJ Hockey, we will definitely welcome you with open arms, so don't let your lack of experience hinder you from joining a CCA you're interested in.
Yeah, like what Dora mentioned, passion is definitely something you should consider when choosing your CCA. Having the passion will help you to pull through and stay committed through all those tough trainings. I also think that the commitment level of your CCA, such as the frequency or even the timing of your CCA sessions, are also points to consider when making your decision. If you don't think you can or want to dedicate so much time to your CCA, then maybe it's better for you to join a CCA that does not require too many sessions per week.
Wait, Barbara, what happens if we stay really far from school then?
Yeah, that's another point that you should also consider. You might not want to choose a CCA that ends so late because you have to spend lots of time travelling home. All in all, you can go ahead and try out something new and you enjoy doing. Just make sure that you choose wisely.
Alright, thank you guys for that inspirational sharing. Now I'm sure our potential future Victorians feel encouraged and are more confident in going for a CCA they are interested in. And to all our dear listeners, thank you for tuning in to Faces of VJ and joining us today via Victoria. If you'd like to know more about VJC, do remember to visit our Open House website, games website, and our YouTube channel to catch up on the previous podcasts. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.